Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Whew, I should have poured me a drink before I started this live, but let's get into it. Hey Hunter, how are you? Black History Month is ruined at this point. I so Fonnie Willis. Oh man. At this point, first things first, they ask you, do you swear to tell the truth? The whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. It's kind of what they say when you're on the stand. All right. And so when we were watching last week, them questioning Fonnie and Nathan, if you notice, they kept asking the same question in different ways, or maybe even the same way, over and over and over again. They kept asking her and Nathan the same thing to the point where Fonnie would get frustrated, even actually spoke to the judge and was like, you're going to have to help me understand what's going on here. And typically, when you have someone asking you the same questions over and over again, it's because they probably have something on you. And they're giving you the opportunity, since you are literally on the stand and you're supposed to tell the truth and the whole truth. They're giving you the opportunity to tell the truth. Now, I told you guys the backstory last week. And one thing's for sure, the former president, Donald Trump, I think people forget that before he was president, he was a successful businessman, billionaire. And typically, a successful businessman and billionaire, they have resources. They have people that can investigate for them. So imagine that type of power and resource on top of the fact that you're the president of the United States. I just do not understand how you are actually trying to prosecute the president of the United States, and you don't think for 1 second that he and maybe others are going to make sure that they're going to follow your every move, track your every move to make sure that you are on the straight and narrow at all times. Somebody was going to be watching you. To me, that's common sense. So help me understand why now we have two attorneys, one being the DA of the most powerful county in Georgia. Okay. Both were literally on the witness stand last week. And now all of a sudden on my phone, I see that Trump lawyers actually were able to pull cell data records that shows proof that Fonnie and Nathan were actually around each other consistently, constantly with each other in 2021. Now, remember on the stand, they said that their personal relationship did not begin until 2022. Okay, that's what they claim. Because remember, he got hired to be a special prosecutor for the Trump case in November of 2021. Well. Trump's lawyers were able to pull data from AT&T, and they have discovered that pretty much Nathan Wade allegedly visited the home of Fonnie Willis approximately 35 times during an 11th month period in 2021. So this apparently happened Of course, not only before they claimed they got personal, but also before he was hired as special prosecutor for this case. Do y'all understand what the hell I am saying right now? Hey, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm in a zone right now. I know I normally say hello, but I'm in a zone. Literally, they have showing proof from April 1st of 2021 to like November 30th of 2021, their exchange. They actually subpoenaed the actual cell phone data, you guys. The data. All right. And yet, Fonnie and Nathan claimed that their romantic relationship did not begin until 2022 after he was hired. After he was hired. Now, I'm sorry, you guys, but I know that they're both like, they were born in the early 70s because she said they were like both 50 in their 50s. And maybe because, a good amount of their teenage years, adult years, there weren't really cell phones. But I am sure in this day and age, they have had plenty of cases that have come across their table that show cell phone data as evidence and proof to get people caught up in cases that they actually have had. I am sure, like in this day and age, I'm sure that there are plenty of attorneys around here, and those who are attorneys listening to my live can probably testify that they see that often, that literally cell phone data can make or break their case. So why in the hell would two attorneys, one being the DA of Atlanta, not think that cell phone data can be used against them? Like, really? I'm not even an attorney, and I know that. I watch true crime all the time and see that people get caught up on that. Hell, at this point, they could even get caught up on burner phones at this point. Y'all don't know that? I really need a drink. Where the whiskey? Because I just cannot believe that we are dealing with two educated attorneys, one in a very powerful position who did not think they were going to get caught up. I don't understand it. So we're going to take a look at just some of the stuff because, I pulled the affidavit because the Trump attorneys actually submitted an affidavit today. Okay, so I'm pulling it up. Here you go, right here. All right, now apparently there is a criminal investigator that was hired by Trump's attorneys. His name is Charles Middles. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I do not want to butcher his name, but you guys should be able to see. His first name is Charles, damn it. Charles Mitty Stahl, what I don't know. He pretty much is a criminal investigator. He is certifying that the cell hawk information, this determines like the cell phone towers, where people are, you know what I mean? Like exactly, Ruby. We even know with burner phones from the Tim Sweetie Pie situation that burner phones can get you caught up too. The cell phone towers don't lie. So pretty much this investigator, he puts in his report. Okay. And so this is just some of the things that we're going to talk about. Some of the things we're going to talk about. He says, he's 59 years old. He's a criminal defense investigator. And, pretty much he's working with the attorneys for Donald J. Trump. And so at that point, it said on the morning of February 15, 2024, counsel received the response from AT&T containing the link to the requested records. So last week is when we had all of the drama with Fonnie on the stand. So either they already knew this information when they were questioning her, or they damn sure was pulling it at the time. My guess is that they already knew this information. That's why they kept questioning her and asking her the same thing over and over again. So they were able to get the information from AT&T. It literally says on here that they were able to pull location data, call text history from the number that belongs to subscriber Nathan Wade. Okay. And so he says he got this information from Cellhawk, it looks like. And they start breaking it down. And this guy in this affidavit is talking about how he gave Nathan Wade the benefit of the doubt, trying to justify maybe why he could have been in the area where Fonnie Willis' condo was. He tries to justify it because apparently where his condo is close to the airport. All right. But we're going to get into it. So he says that there was a sheer size of just data, so much data. So it says on the top here that the dates, time, frequency, and duration of these interactions are included as part of the report. That report revealed over 2,000 voice calls and just under 12,000 interaction exchange over the 11th month period in 2021. Let me repeat that again. Over 2,000 voice calls and just under 12,000 interactions exchange over the 11th month period in 2021 before they claimed they got into a freaky tales relationship. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't know anyone, even close relatives, where you literally in an 11th month period have over 2,000 voice calls and 12,000 interaction exchange in an 11th month period. Does that sound normal to you? Now, I made sure I put out the address of where she was, but this is in Hapeville. Apparently, that's by the Atlanta airport. And Joseph, I see that you're in here and you can verify that it's close to the Atlanta airport. And so at that point, that is the Miss Yurdy's address, the condo that she said she was in. And Fonnie said that maybe once or twice he came over. Oh, well, baby. According to this, it says that it revealed literally 35 different occasions where Mr. Wade's phone connected for an extended period to either one of those towers that was close to that address where Fonnie Willis lived. Now, they did a deeper analysis, pretty much saying that they determined that his residence in East Cobb, which I'm assuming they mean East Cobb County, which is nowhere close to Hapeville, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. Okay, so they pretty much was showing how at times his actual phone would ping in East Cobb and travel to Hapeville. All right. So not only that, they actually go even more in two specific dates. They're talking about September 11th through the 12th of 2021, before he was actually hired to be the special prosecutor, and November 29th of 2021, which is, I believe, after he was hired. So they're saying specifically September 11th, 2021, Mr. Wade's phone left the Doraville area and arrived in the area of the condo at 10:45 p.m. What the hell do you need to be over there at 10:45 p.m. for? Allegedly. Okay. The phone remained there. Now that means he was stationary, because they say also in here the data reveals he was stationary. They were trying to say, okay, if you want to claim maybe you was going to the airport, maybe you was picking someone up. As we know, our cell phones will show if we are actually traveling or if your phone is just sitting there. He was stationary. So literally from 10:45 p.m., his phone remained there until September 12th at 3:28 a.m., at which time the phone traveled directly to towers located in East Cobb, consistent with his routine pinging at his residence in that area. The phone arrived in East Cobb approximately 4:05 a.m. and records demonstrate he sent a text at 4:20 a.m. to Miss Willis. Y'all are like, really? And, oh, I'm not done. Additionally, November 29, 2021, Mr. Wade's phone was pinging on the East Cobb Towers near his residence, and following a call from Miss Willis at 11:32 p.m. While the call continued, his phone left East Cobb area just after midnight and arrived within, again, the condo Dogwood address at 12:43 a.m. on November 30th, 2021. The phone remained there until 4:55 a.m. Pretty much. And then the findings and data are presented in a PowerPoint presentation. According to Cellhawk, PowerPoint screen recordings are deemed to be the best way to present in a transparent way. When I tell y'all, it just comes off, I don't see how they're going to get out of this. Pretty much what they're saying is they lied on the stand. They blatantly lied on the stand. Now, from my understanding, I was trying to hold out, but apparently Fonnie's team is going to respond to this. I would like to know what the hell they're going to say. I read this and I was blown. I said, well, I'll be damned. We know what DA stands for, and it's not district attorney at this point. It's straight dumbass. And I have to continue to focus on her because she had more to lose in this situation. He had everything to gain. Everything to gain. She pretty much secured him. He did not secure her. She is the one who was in the powerful position. He was not. So now you have a situation where it seems like lying on the stand, that's perjury. So now this is a criminal situation. Perjury, and you're an attorney. You guys, I just cannot believe when they say 2024 is the year of exposure. I'll be damned. And all in Black History Month. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. And like I said, you just ruined your career for some peen. For some peen. Exactly. Like I said in my last one, all behind this. Because what did you gain out of this situation? And you were still protecting him on the stand. And literally said that maybe he came over once or twice. And literally we're seeing that this potentially they was having freaky tale. Like who randomly is calling or going over to someone's house between 10 p.m. to 4 a.m.? What y'all talking about, a case? No, you talking about that ass. That's what you're talking about. You talking about that freaky tales. How did you not know that they were going to be able to get this? They can pull, I don't know how easy it is to pull data records, but from my understanding, they do this in cases all the time. And make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. But they do this all the time. And you didn't think that Donald J. Trump, of all people, was going to be able to get people to pull cell phone data records? You, of all people? Like, and here's my thing. I don't even know the details of the case that they have against Trump. Like I told you guys before, I just have not focused on it. I don't understand what it's about. I know that people have strong opinions on it, but what I do know is certain people kept saying that this is the most important case in U.S. history. They kept saying this. And I guess because a president has never, received these type of charges or charges, period, like this. So they kept saying it was the most important case. So if this is the most important case, why would you get involved with the person you hired for this case? And then you lied on the stand? This not only ruins your reputation for this case, but I can see why now people may be questioning things that you were doing, period, as DA. Now we got to question everything, it seems like, when it comes to her career as DA. This is crazy. So yeah, you guys, I would like to know what you guys think about this, because this is insane. Like, the rules don't apply to them. It seems like it. Like you said, the burner phones, exactly. Being in that position alone, she should have been cautious, but taking on Trump, they should have been. Exactly. You are taking on Trump. You're taking on Trump. So this is more of a breakdown of these slides, pretty much showing September 11th to the 12th, leaving the Doraville area 10:15 p.m., traveling directly to and arriving within the location of the Dogwood address approximately at 10:45 p.m., leaving Dogwood address approximately at 3:28, traveling during the towers near the Marietta residence in East Cobb, arriving at 4:05 a.m., text Fonnie Willis at 4:20. Same thing when it comes to the November 30th. And I want to say that he was hired, I want to say around maybe November 21st. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it was like a week before he was hired for that special prosecutor to take that Trump case. So this is literally a couple months before, and maybe like a week or so after, I believe, he was hired for the case. I mean, the breakdown is exceptional, okay? The breakdown, and literally, like I said, when it comes to like data and stuff like that, most like court cases, I'm completely bored. But when they broke it down, you guys. Like, I would like to know, what can they possibly say at this point besides maybe she's just gonna resign? What can you say? What can you say after this? I watched 48 Hours. Who done it? What in the actual F? Exactly. They should have just come clean regarding the affair. Okay, you may have gotten taken off the case or suspended, but now consequences will be much worse. So much worse. Like, this is criminal. If they allegedly lied on the stand like that, which we all were actually looking at what they were saying, and they claimed the relationship didn't start until 2022, this sounds like perjury, which means that's a crime. Again, we talked about possibly that they could get disbarred. Well, at this point, it definitely seems possible. Like, I can't. I hate that this is happening. But it's like, how stupid can you be? The AT&T network sure wasn't down that time when, exactly, because they literally just had this crash of AT&T cell phones. But this is unbelievable. Their testimony not only impacted them, but had those close to them catching strays. And I'm still thinking the IRS will be, because of all of that cash they claimed they exchanged, and they never put it in the bank. So if they never put it in the bank, did they actually put it on their taxes? This is what I'm like, I'll just say this. Just because you're an attorney, just because you're book smart, doesn't mean that you quick on your feet. And baby, I don't understand it. And I like 2,000 voice calls and 12,000 exchanges. Like, that's a lot of people. Like, that's a lot of connection. Like, that can't be, in my opinion, just professional. Y'all are not just talking about professional stuff. Not with that much interaction. There's no way in hell. And around those hours where you were in her area around that time and your phone sat, y'all, I couldn't believe what I was reading. I could not believe what I was reading. This is sad. This is sad. And honestly, I got a lot of feedback on my last live, and there were a couple people in there who kind of broke down like the law and the things that could happen to Fonnie and Nathan. But one thing that they did say was they feel like Fonnie purposely got on the stand and acted that way for a reason, to try to appeal to the Black community, to, be able to, get the reaction that she got, which is why I guess she was supposed to be on the stand the next day. And they said that she would not be on the stand. Instead, she went to the church to plead her case. So they were saying, some people were saying that was all a marketing thing, that the reason why she went on the stand and she responded in that way, so she can have people in our community like, go on, girl, go on, sister girl. You better say that. You better say it. Look, not this Black woman over here. And I'm all for, like, for example, on my channel now, y'all know I have my moments where, I can speak the way that I want to speak, because this is my channel where I can vent and I can be myself. But I'll be damned when I am in my position where I make my money and I have my career. I know that I can't be the Chris Nicole that I am on my damn channel. And I think she knew that too, which is why so many people, I was like, you guys may have a point. You guys may have a point that she did that on purpose so she can try to get the Black community on her side. And some people fell for the bait, but not over here. Shit. I cannot do it. When the heck were they working? Yeah. I want, because that much back and forth. I wonder too. I really wonder too. But apparently, it seems like she gave Nathan a lifeline as far as his finances were concerned, because from my understanding, allegedly, even though he had his own practice, he really wasn't making that much money. He didn't have that much money in his bank account. So if it wasn't for her, he probably would have still been struggling, I guess, allegedly, even though he was an attorney. So it almost comes off like he may have needed this case for a lifeline financially, but now he may not even have a license at all. And the same thing with her. You were saying that too. You were saying that she was trying to cater to the Black community. That's what you're saying? You see, every time she mentioned Black men, anything in her. I'm sorry, you guys. You guys hear the pets wanting to play right now. Excuse me. Stop it. So sorry, you guys. They decide that they want to play. But yeah, so at this point, I would like to see what they're going to say. Don't you just love having pets? I would like to see what they're going to say. Okay. Because they're caught red-handed with this. They're caught red-handed. There's no way, in my opinion, to get out of this. What can they say? We were working on a case. We'll prove the case that you were working on. And why would you be working on a case at your condo? Why wouldn't you be in the office? Let me see what you're saying. But at that point, it was above Black people, whether they vote or not. What do you mean by that, to Shonda? But at that point, it was above Black people, whether they vote or not. But wasn't he a judge somewhere too? He was a judge, from my understanding. How can I put it? This makes me want to go to law school, or I should have went to law school. I want to say he was a judge that would like handle ticket cases and stuff like that, like for tickets and stuff. Not like a judge, like not like the judge that was telling Fonnie she needed to calm her ass down. Literally, it was like, tickets, traffic tickets, I think, and things like that. That's the type of judge that he was. I don't know if they make that much money. Girl, yeah, I got plenty of fur babies, and you typically don't hear them because they're typically on good behavior, because they typically know when mommy is like on live. But I don't know what happened today. I guess they over that I've been doing a lot of lives lately. But yeah, so with that being said, a treat solves all problems. They got a treat, they're good now. Her going into court trying to appeal to black people are not going to be the people to decide their fate. That is very true. But when you sit up there and you cater to black people, you're going to have people who are going to defend you blindly, and it may be able to put you in a good position to get some other type of position somewhere else. Because again, let's just say if they take her license and she's disbarred, I'm sure she'll be able to get some type of position where she's still going to make a pretty good amount of money, especially if she has her own people on her side. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, heck nah. So they lied, because why would she be calling him for advice or mentorship of that ticks? Yeah. And my thing is this: how are you supposed to be an example being DA? And you're supposed to be an example. You're a prosecutor, where you're the one who's supposed to be an example for these criminals out there, letting them know that they can't lie, they can't do, criminal activities, they can't do any of that stuff. And here you are, the DA, and you allegedly just you allegedly lied on the stand in front of your peers and your judge. And that's a criminal act. Like, what in the hell? She lost all credibility for me. I mean, in my opinion, like that's what it is. She lost. Like, I tried my best to wait to see what was going to be the outcome. I felt bad at one point because, again, like I told you guys, something about Atlanta, with some women, it comes with a lot of desperation because there's not that many men out there for, what I'm saying, like heterosexual black women, and she got caught up at her age. She got caught up, and I was just like, damn, over some peen, over freaky tales, you got caught up. But I felt like something was going to come out, and lo and behold, now we have actual proof of them lying on the stand. Can it get worse than this? When you lie on the stand and you're the DA? I would like to know if this ever has happened in the history of the USA. I really would like to know. And for people who definitely know the law and maybe study these type of cases, has there ever been a DA in US history to literally allegedly lie on the stand? I definitely would like to know. And I need to know at this point. I'm gonna have to look it up myself, because at this that exactly, exactly, Nene. There's I don't understand how they can even justify this. They can't even justify this at this point. This is know the law. I want people who have their opinion. Please make sure you comment in the comment section. We need to talk about this. So at this point, now that we have this affidavit that Trump's attorneys have submitted to the court, now what's going to happen? Could they get jail time? Because I mean, yes, you can get disbarred. You can, of course, lose your DA position, but could you possibly get jail time for this at this point? And for those who know about the Trump case that they're trying to prosecute Trump, does that mean that they're no longer going to be able to prosecute him? Or will his case continue and they'll just have different people who are going to be the prosecutors? I'm kind of curious to know at this point what's going to happen with his case as well. Because like I said, I did not really know what was going on with his case. It seemed weird, but again, I really don't involve myself in politics like this. But of course, when it comes to election year, as I would say, shit hits the fan election year. A lot of stuff is exposed election year. So I find it interesting that this is definitely exposed now. And I don't know what Fonnie is going to do. I really don't. I'm sure there has been other liars, but the stakes aren't as high, right? And if they're going to lie, they don't have proof to back up that they lied. I think the case continues, but not with them. Okay. It's a lot of foolishness going on in ATL. Child, for real. Didn't I say last night, leave Atlanta or just never move there? Like, seriously. I just, I don't even know what to say about Atlanta at this point. I really don't. But I'm annoyed because I don't know if we've ever had a Black female district attorney in a major city like Atlanta get this type of position. I don't know that many Black DAs. I really don't. And Black female DAs in a major city at that. And then this happens. And unfortunately, I wish she could be an individual and we could just say that's Fonnie. But we already know that's not how society works. She F's up, they looking at a lot of Black women the same way, unfortunately. We're typecast because of her mistake. It's a sad situation, but that's why I was so disappointed. I said, damn, you do realize you're not just representing yourself when you're in this type of position. You're not. You're representing all of us because we rarely get to those positions. So when you know this, you have to make sure you stay on the straight and narrow because you're representing us. We need other women that look like you to get into these positions and in these positions in the future. Now, potentially, you've screwed it up for all of us. Even though I'm not an attorney, but y'all know what I mean. You screwed it up for future people who possibly want that DA position. Very disappointing. I'm annoyed. I may need to have a drink before I go into my next live. This is disappointing. This is a hot ass mess. This seems like a Tyler Perry movie mixed with Jerry Springer. This is, you can't, who wrote this script? Never in a million years would I be, seriously? I can't wait to see what she has to say. And you guys know I'm going to go live again when they make a final decision on this situation. And I think that judge was really trying to show her grace and was trying to be patient with her. He was trying his best, but at this point, I'm sure he's like, I cannot defend this. I'm sure he's like, oh, hell no. He has to be looking at this like all of us are. Those that don't even have a damn law license, we looking at it like, what can you say? No, thank you. No, thank you. You're still doing, yes, I said that. Yes, I am doing the other live. I just wanted to do this one really quick because this was breaking news today, you guys. And I saw it and I literally almost dropped my drink, like my actual water. I was like, did I just read what I thought I read? That they're pretty much implying that they lied on the stand? Both of them? Like, this is not good. And then I wonder what's going to happen with her father. Would her father get in trouble? Y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. We may potentially see 3 Black attorneys go down in flames. You hate to see it. What would Johnny Cochran do? Damn, I miss him. What would Johnny Cochran do in this situation? I'm sure he would have schooled their asses immediately and said, no. Damn, these are the moments when you wish Johnny Cochran was still alive. For real. He would have definitely told them how they needed to handle this situation. So with that, you said they may let him slide at 81. Child, no, the law is the law. Did they let Cosby slide? The law is the law. So we not going to put age on this. Because if you broke the law or there is something implying that you did something that was against the law, especially when I don't know. I don't know if his age has anything to do with it. I really don't. But with that being said, you guys, for those who are watching the live now, please like, share, and subscribe. For those who are on the replay gang, please give me your feedback on the situation, especially for people who have been watching this from the beginning. I definitely would like to know your feedback and what do you think is going to happen now? There may be criminal charges, you guys. They may actually get time. This is insane. How do you go to two top universities, get one of the most powerful positions in the city, in the state, and now you may face criminal charges? When I tell you. All right, you guys, I will see you on my next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Toodles.